Comedian Nikki Glaser is living her very best life right now. Okay, she's juggling 2 shows, including her new comedy special called Someday You'll Die.
Okay, and she says that all week, the talk that she... Sorry, what, am I speaking English? She's been all the talk this week after she brought down the house on the roast on Tom Brady. Take it out. Take a look.
Tom also lost $30 million in crypto. Tom, how did you fall for that? I mean, even Gronk was like, me know that not real money. Like...
That not real money. Okay.
Oh my God, it was the best.
We're obsessed.
Obsessed.
Thank you.
And you won the roast.
You won.
Thank you. I didn't even know it was a thing to win.
Well, we said it. We said it, but others did too.
It was amazing to because nothing I do in comedy is like that competitive where it's like crowned a winner, and it was really nice to walk away from that. People being like, "You were the MVP." I've never won anything in my life. Like it really is a culmination of a lot of hard years of working and like having this moment. And there's nothing like this. My life has completely changed. Like,
wait, how
I get recognized on the street. Like I've always been kind of like
from the roast.
Yeah, like it was overnight. Like I was walking around New York for the first time since this happened last night, and it's like every other person going like, "Loved you on the roast." Like
Loved
that's
you on
not.
the roast.
I hate to like brag, but that's like I never thought that would happen to me, of being that recognizable or going to dinner and the chefs sending out extra food because I've always I now have to like dress nicer when I go out because I didn't know that like I've never been recognizable.
By the way, you look fab.
Thank you. Point out a standing ovation in the house, which when you're up with all those other comedians to be
legends.
To get a standing,
so, I mean, it doesn't. It just isn't something that's happened to me a ton of my life.
I'm sure you heard the news today because Tom Brady came out. He was on a podcast and he said, "I actually regret." Participating in this roast.
Yeah, and I think he probably does. Like, I feel like maybe he didn't consider the backlash from his family and how it would affect them, and I do understand that. But I also think Tom Brady does not do anything without doing his research and knowing exactly what he's getting into. So I think it's kind of a thing you say after the fact, but like it's impossible to me that he didn't consider what could have happened, because there's roast footage out there that you can watch and go, they're going to go this hard. But then there's a part of me that thinks that Tom Brady, especially given his career and how much people love him, no one's ever said a bad thing to him in the past 30 years. You know what I mean?
He didn't know.
So he doesn't know if anyone's capable of going there. So he probably thought they'll make fun of my... Like, I don't even know what he thought of his hair.
How handsome he is.
Yeah, like, they'll just,
Now, could you tell while it was happening that he was kind of regretting or not really?
Like, I got a sense that maybe it was a little more than he had planned for. He hadn't planned how to react, because you kind of got to practice, like, what am I gonna do? And I think by the midway through, he had like decided on kind of like the laughter he was gonna do. But I think at first it kind of jarred him, because I really don't think he thought they were going to go there, because the thing is, when they're producing these, they can't take Tom in and go, "Hey, can we do jokes about this, because it's like it would be too awkward to ask someone. So it's kind of all just like, we think we can go there, we think maybe don't go here. So we all agreed not to talk about the kids, but there wasn't any specific guidelines of what to say and not to say.
So were you surprised when Tom Brady got up and he was upset because there was a joke about Bob Kraft? Were you surprised when that happened?
Well, I thought it was like maybe a joke or part of like they had choreographed it beforehand, but it certainly wasn't. And it was because I definitely heard later on, like, was that okay that, like, we were all questioning, like, if that wasn't okay, can we do all these other jokes? So that was like the kind of fun part of it being a live event, is that things like that happen that people can look at and go, what was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you slayed.
Yeah.
Most importantly,
it's about you right now.
You also have a hilarious comedy special. Can we see a clip?
Yeah.
I'm almost mad at my sister for having kids, because the way I feel about my niece and nephew, like, if anything ever happened to them, like, I'd be okay. Like, I'd be okay eventually. Like, at first it would be the worst. Oh, it'd be awful. But then, like, a Taylor Swift album would come out. Like, I would kind of, like, rebound. I would have moments of, like, I'm back to my old self. But my sister, no Taylor Swift will get her out of that, It's over for her if something happens. That's extremely risky.
You are so crazy.
It's crazy, but like that's how I feel. Like I'm exploring in my new special this decision I've kind of made to not have kids, because I didn't freeze my eggs, and it's kind of like getting to that point where if I do go, I'll adopt. Like I've always have felt good about that, but closing this door on that, kind of like having my own kids and exploring that, and I think as much as I go, it's hard work, and I don't need that in my career. I'm scared to love something that much a little bit, and I that's part of it. I can make it about, I don't want to sacrifice my career, but it's like it's scary to love something.
So
and I really,
I mean, that's what I think. Your comedy is so amazing because at the center of it are real conversations that women are having.
Yes,
you know, and I have friends that have decided not to have kids, and there's still some shame there.
It's you know, it feels like it's like culturally accepted to not have kids, but there still is so much because first of all, you see your friends wanting it so badly, genuinely wanting it, and you feel like, what's wrong with me that I don't want it? Like you kind of feel left out, and that's kind of what I'm struggling with more than just should I do it? Because I'm kind of sure I don't want it, but I'm like, why don't I want this thing that everyone seems to want? And exploring that a little bit, but you know, I feel like. I can always adopt.
Yeah,
and I really feel like great
I would like to let you know, adoption rocks.
It rocks.
Come on, girl.
I mean, you've been such an influence because I have some time.
It does.
And
you do
have time. And I really don't care if the baby looks like me. It's not really interesting to me. Like it's okay. I understand when people do want that, but I'm okay with that.
Real quick, you're turning 40 or you're 40?
I'm turning 40 in a month.
You're turning 40 in a month. That's another thing that plays in. The thing about age.
Yes.
I love that part.
We just don't have time, and that's that's why I do think women have to have kids, and like this decision is so hard because we have a limited time. Men, you could squeeze something out of them when they're in the casket and make something with it. Do you know what I mean? Like they have till forever, and it's not fair. And it's just the way it is. It's not like I'm mad at men about it, but there is this thing of like your value just plummeting when you aren't a sexual being anymore, when you're not fertile. And that's the irony I find, is that I don't want kids, so my fertility is not an issue to me really, but then I'm trying to hold on to it because it's what gets me attention from men. The prospect of maybe I could put a baby in you might make me hold this door for you. I mean, like, really, men help me with bags. I recently was getting into an Uber, and I had, like, 4 bags with me, and I looked kind of rough, just traveling all day. And the guy just popped the trunk and sat in the front seat, and I go, is this the first sign of menopause? That I have to, like, this has never happened to me before. But those kinds of, like, niceties of life when you start to age, and you kind of start to feel like, oh, I'm not as visible as I used to be, and reckoning with that. And it's just a true thing, and being able to accept myself and struggling with accepting myself. It's hard.
This is why your comedy is gold.
Thank you.
But by the way, you look fab and you are recognizable. Come on, all the Ubers are going to open the door for you now.
How it goes.
Thank you.